All right, shalawam. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Kudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS, and to the elect doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Shalawam. That's GMS Precepts, Nazar Chud here. And real quick, I got an article reminding me of a scripture. This is from the Gallup News, or Gallup.com. I'll leave this in the description. It reads, this is from February 8th. It says less than half of Americans very satisfied with their own lives. Okay, now let's scroll down here, and this article also shows a graph. We're gonna get into this graph and that scripture that I thought about as well. But let me just read this. It says 47% very satisfied with their personal lives, 1 point shy of what? A record low. Right? So we've got a record low of people that are very satisfied with their lives. Okay? It says 78% very or somewhat satisfied, down 5 points from last year. Okay? So these numbers are showing a downward trend with the satisfaction of people's lives. Right? And like this article is gonna go into, is directly related with the economy. All right, a lot of people are frustrated by the way their own lives are based on how fucked up the economy is. Okay, it says satisfaction highest among upper income married or religious adults. Now we know this group right here, this upper income married adults, that's a small group, right? Because you have a lot of people that aren't in that category, in that tax bracket. You got a lot of people that are suffering, man. Right? The poverty is increasing for the middle class and the lower class, but all that money, all that is become top heavy. You know, we're at a point in history, as far as here, the wealth gap is growing, and you have majority of the money, majority of the wealth going towards is becoming top heavy. Right? Where the people that have money, they own majority of the money in circulation. Right? Or the majority of wealth. Right? So let's get into this. It says for the third time in more than 2 decades, less than half of Americans say they're very satisfied with the way things are going in their personal lives. Right? And like I said, it's directly related to the economy. Right? It says the 47% of U.S. adults expressing high satisfaction with their lives has edged down 3 percentage points over the past year, and is only 1 point higher than in 2011. So here's a graph here. So this is 2011. Well, let's look at this. We're at 2024. It's at 47%. Right? You can see the graph how it has its ups and downs. 2024, we're at 47%. You go to the lowest point at 46%, which was in 2011. The other low is what it is now, 47, but it was in 08. Right? So this is why I said this is the third time, right? The third time in 2 decades, less than half Americans say they're very satisfied. Right? So let's scroll down here. The previous 2 low points, which was in 2011 and 08, the previous low points in Americans' personal satisfaction have occurred at times of economic uncertainty. You see? So the last few times that the people were not satisfied of how their lives are going was under economic uncertainty. Right? We know 08, matter of fact, is going to go into it. The 46% reading in 2011, which is right here, came when the country was still recovering from the 07-09 recession. You see? So we're coming out of this recession here in 2011. It obviously is going to be a reason why, and that was like the housing crash. And so there's going to be a reason why the people were not happy, right? And the other sub 50% reading And the 47% here in '08 was in December '08 during the global economic crisis. In addition to 47% of Americans who are currently very satisfied, blah, blah. So yeah, so that's what I wanted. So we know this. So like this said, the times when people were satisfied, we were getting out of the housing crash. Well, the housing crash happened in '08. It said from '07 to '09. In 2011, we were just coming out of it. Fast forward now, inflation is at an all-time high. The wealth gap, or the wealth distribution, is at an all-time high. There's a lot of uncertainty with the economy. Then you got wars going on in the Middle East. We're giving all this money to allies like Israel and Ukraine, and meanwhile, you got people suffering here. So a lot of people are dissatisfied, man. Right? So that reminded me of the scripture in Proverbs. Got it right here, Proverbs 29:2. It says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn." Right? So I highlighted this here. The people are mourning right now. Based on this article, we know that the wicked are ruling, because you have a lot of people that are very it says less than half Americans are very satisfied, which is 1 point shy of the record low. You see, a lot of people are upset. They're mourning. Okay. What else we got? This is Proverbs 28:28. "When the wicked rise, men hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous shall increase." So the only way, this is why the Most High has to get rid of the wicked, man. The wicked amongst our people too, but when it refers to the wicked, it's referring to Esau, the ones that rule. The Most High has to get rid of them, man, because their rulership is, wickedness and righteousness cannot coexist. All right, one has to be, there's always a balance to it. But the only difference is wickedness had such a long rule on the earth. The Most High is going to get rid of that wickedness, and there's going to be total peace on the earth. Okay? But Esau got to go. You see? Let me get one more. This is Proverbs 11:10. "When it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth. And when the wicked perish, there is shouting." Right? Or there is rejoicing. You see? So the Most High has to get rid of the wicked. Then all nations are gonna essentially be happy, man. Right? Because when we rule, they're gonna get their fair share. They're gonna get their own land. They're still gonna have to pay tribute, but they're gonna get their own land. And we're gonna rule in righteousness, man. Right? When it go well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth. That's proof right there. And when the wicked perish, there is shouting. By the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. Right? But the only difference is now, it's not going to be overthrown by the mouth of the wicked anymore. Okay? So all these people mourning, on psychotrope, on all these type of drugs and antidepressants, all that is going to stop, man. The reason why a lot of people, a record low of people are very satisfied with their lives, is because we're under a wicked rulership that the Most High has to get rid of, which He will get rid of very, very soon, pursuing the prophecy, right? All right, so I'll leave this, quick read. I'll leave this in the description box. Lord willing, brothers and sisters were edified. To the next show, shalawam.